Hi, my name is Mukesh. In this video, I will talk about the plants from the alkaloid category. So today I will talk about the Datura, Hyoscyamus and Belladonna because they belong to the same family and there are uh, certain similarities and differences in these three plants. It is always better to learn the plant profiles in comparison so that you can easily memorize these plants in comparative study. So let's talk about the botanical name. So Datura botanical name is Datura stramonium Linn. The Indian variety is Datura metal. For Hyoscyamus, it is Hyoscyamus niger Linn. For Belladonna, it is Atropa belladonna Linn from the European variety and Atropa acuminata, Indian variety. If you look at the plant part used, it's the dried leaves and flowering tops used for Datura and for Hyoscyamus and Belladonna. So the same types of plant parts are used for these three plants belonging to the family of Solanaceae. So these three plants, Datura, Hyoscyamus and Belladonna, belong to the same family, which is Solanaceae. Hence you can see the similarity into the diagnostic characteristic of these plants because of this they belong to the same family. Next is the geographical source. The geographical source is also more or less the same because of the similarity of the plants. So the Datura mainly found in Europe, Asia, America and South Africa, and Hyoscyamus also in North Africa, South America, China, Eastern Europe, India, Russia and Hungary, and Belladonna also in Central and South Europe, England, Germany, USA and India. So the geographical distribution of these plants are also quite similar. Next is the cultivation. The cultivation methods used for Datura and Hyoscyamus and Belladonna are also the same. They're mainly cultivated by using the sowing the seeds method, mainly using the broadcasting method for sowing the seeds. The next in the cultivation is after collection, how they have been dried. So the drying methods used for Datura, Hyoscyamus and Belladonna are the same. They are either dried naturally or artificially, but not exceeding the temperature of 40 degrees centigrade. Datura's leaves are collected after 4 months of the cultivation, and Datura and Belladonna, they are quite poisonous in nature because they are from the alkaloid category. Especially the Belladonna berries are poisonous, and Datura, almost all the parts of the plants of Datura are poisonous. So dealing with these Datura and Belladonna plants should be very careful, especially wearing the gloves and mask while handling these plants in the cultivation or collection or post harvesting. Next is the diagnostic characteristics, and we will discuss the diagnostic characteristics of the parts of the plant which are used. So we'll discuss about the leaves and the flowering tops, especially the flower. So here in Datura, the leaves are dark green color. Hyoscyamus, the color of the leaves are also green, but it's pale green, and the Atropa belladonna, it's yellowish green. So it depends the drying also, like whether the leaves are collected fresh. If they are collected fresh, is mostly dark green in color, and then you dry it for a long time, and the change of the color is there in the leaves. The next is the shape. The shape for the leaves are ovate for the Datura, and Hyoscyamus also the ovate, and Belladonna also the ovate. So they have the similar kind of shape, and the margins are on the leaf are also the same for Datura, which is dentate, and Hyoscyamus also the same, which is dentate, like a teeth kind of margins on the leaves of the Datura and Hyoscyamus, whereas the Belladonna leaves margins are entire. That means there are no cuts on the leaves margin in the Belladonna. Next is the venation. So the venation on the leaf is the same for Datura, Hyoscyamus and Belladonna, which is pinnate venation. The next is the flower. The flower in Datura, Hyoscyamus and Belladonna, they are in funnel shape or bell shaped, or in Solanaceae family, most of the flowers are the campanulate shape, that is funnel shape or bell shape. So they follow the family trend here by having the similar kind of shape in flower. And then the odor, the strong odor in the Datura, the similar kind of smell in Hyoscyamus, which is quite strong, the smell. And then in Atropa belladonna or acuminata, the odor or smell is slight but characteristic. That means it gives the clue about the plant, that it's very specific to the belladonna. Taste is bitter for Datura, Hyoscyamus and Belladonna because of the alkaloid, because most of the alkaloids are bitter in taste. And then uh, the flowers, the colors may be different. Like most of the time the colors of Datura are white or like purple, or Hyoscyamus niger is mostly like yellowish, and the Atropa belladonna mostly are purplish. So the color of the flowers also may vary from variety to variety. Then next is the chemical constituents. The main chemical in Datura is L-hyoscyamin, that is the L form of the hyoscyamin. In the Hyoscyamus also, the L form of the hyoscyamin is the main chemical. In Belladonna also, the L form of the hyoscyamin is the main chemical. But apart from that, hyoscine and atropine is also present in the small amount in Datura. In the Hyoscyamus also, atropine and hyoscine are also present in less amount. And Belladonna, belladonnine, scopolamine and hyoscine are also present in the less amount. One thing to note here in chemical constituents, the atropine is the racemic form of the hyoscyamin. And the next is the chemical group. So these plants belong to the tropine alkaloid group, and identification is the Vitali-Morin reaction, which is mainly for tropine alkaloids. Identification is applies for 3 Vitali-Morin reaction for Datura, Hyoscyamus and Belladonna, identified by Vitali-Morin reaction. However, the general alkaloid tests like Dagendorf, Hager, Wagner reagents can also be used to identify the alkaloids. Next is the pharmacological use. Since the Datura, Hyoscyamus and Belladonna are anticholinergic, so most of the pharmacological actions are anticholinergic in nature. So used in the treatment of travel sickness, duodenal ulcer, preoperative medication, hallucinogenic. And if you look at this is for the Datura, and if you look at the Hyoscyamus niger, the counteract the gripping effect due to the purgatives like senna and rhubarb. They are the purgatives mainly, and these purgatives, when they are given, they may cause the peristalsis movement, and that may cause the gripping effect into the intestine, and that to counteract that, the Hyoscyamus can be given, and then relieves the spasm in the urinary tract, and can also be used as an expectorant, spasmolytic, and anticholinergic in nature, and anti-asthmatic. So these are some of the use of the Hyoscyamus. Next is Belladonna, is used for the as a midriatic and powerful anticholinergic. Then also as a pre-anesthesia, motion sickness, antispasmodic, used as an antidote for opium and chloral hydrate poisoning, and also the Belladonna tincture preparations are also quite popular. So if you look at in general the pharmacological uses, most of the pharmacological uses are anticholinergic in nature. That means the actions of the acetylcholines are actually opposed or reversed by the anticholinergic drugs like Datura, Hyoscyamus or Belladonna. Next is the adulterants. So for Datura, the adulterants are xanthium, carthamus or chonapodium leaves or Solanum nigrum. And for Hyoscyamus niger, the allied drug is a Hyoscyamus muticus, and for Belladonna, the adulterants are Phytoleca decandra, Elianthus glandulosa, Phytoleca americana, and Solanum nigrum. So if you see overall the discussion on the Datura, Hyoscyamus and Belladonna, you will see there are similarity in the family, the similarity in the plant part used, similarity in the cultivation method, similarity in the diagnostic characteristic, similarity in the chemical constituents, similarity in chemical group, and also in the identification test, and also the similarity in the pharmacological use as they act against the acetylcholine. So that's all about the comparative learning of these plants. Thank you for watching.